And I just came home and we were talking, she was busy with the food, and I just popped the ring out and asked her, will you marry me?
Before we met, I loved for my children. So when they were settled in with him being around, so why couldn't I just be happy for once? We're setting a high example because we didn't have proper examples of parents where they are still together today. I'm Charminey Dickson.
And I'm Dickson.
And we've been together for 6 years, and this is how we met.
Are you gonna go first?
I was working with a previous colleague, and by accident, she sent a picture of me to his phone.
And before I could remove that photo, I told her, before I remove this photo, you should actually give me that contact details so that I can get to know this person. And that is how it all started.
Yeah, so he messaged me because of the photo. And then we had an interview thingy. So we actually met at he came to work.
After my breaking up thing at work, I actually told my friend, which is the friend who
sent the photo,
that I'm gonna come over and get a bra and we can actually meet for the first time in person. And
yeah, she persuaded me to come after work, and then we had a bra, and then we officially met. But not with the intention that we will eventually end up together.
Yes.
Right, no? Yeah. So that was then it. Is it?
No, I met the following week. I actually invited her to the
party.
Same friend's 21st birthday.
Party, yeah.
And that was probably the last time I saw you for 2016.
Yeah, that was the last time. Yeah, we saw each other for 2016 until 12 o'clock.
2017.
2017 midnight. I called him, and he was in party. I was in bed, and then I called him, and then I think that phone call probably made him realize, okay, I'm interested. So which means I pursued him. And then yeah, we took it from there, and then we basically that's how we met. When we officially started getting to know each other, it was mostly over WhatsApp, obviously.
Yes.
Because we didn't we both were working, and so coming into the relationship, I had 2 children, so I wasn't gonna bring anybody around that easily around the children first. So it was more of conversation, was more flirty, I would say.
Yes.
Checking the vibes firstly, but yeah.
And on top of that, the reason I won't say I didn't want to invite her over, because I was living at my aunt's
place, yeah,
at that time. Yeah. So knowing my family and dating a girl with
2
kids,
children, yeah,
even if it's 1 or 2, it was always going to be a problem for them, but never for me. So that was also why I never wanted to bring her over as friends at first, because I knew there was going to be a story behind that. So we actually just kept it between us, chatting, like you said, flirting, and yeah, up until one day I decided, listen, I'm gonna bring her over, introduce her to my aunt, and actually the opposite happened, because they loved at first sight. So yeah, things went smooth from there. I wouldn't say perfect, but we had our ups and downs, but little niggles, and we overcame that. And the same year in September,
the same year we met,
we got
married.
We spoke about marriage in that short space of time, and I just came home and we were talking. She was busy with the food, and I just popped the ring out and asked her, will you marry me? Not the old, I won't say the old-fashioned way, but knowing that we were gonna get married, so just popped the ring out. Nothing romantic, but I asked her, would you be my wife? And she said yes. She screamed at first, of course, being happy or overwhelmed. And she said yes. So, yeah.
For me, was it the person that I was going to get married to was going to have to accept my children firstly, and vice versa. So if basically they gave me the go ahead, because before we met, I loved for my children. And so people say you don't have to love your children because they grow up and then they leave you. But as soon as they they are comfortable and he's good with children. So when they were settled in with him being around, so why couldn't I just be happy for once? So then basically I thought of myself, and which means if we're gonna grow, they will grow. So that was probably the most important thing that time.
That was my moment also, because like she just said now, when I came here, they were never rude or
Disrespectful,
disrespectful towards me. So then and there I really knew that, okay, judging by our children's manners and how we interact, definitely this is the one for me. So at that point of time I thought, no matter who's gonna say what, this is gonna be my soulmate. And 6 years gone and we're still happy.
Yeah, it is. For me, I would say the fear of going into our marriage, especially we just met and we got married the same year. My fear was normally you spend years, some people spend 10 years with a person and then they get married. But for me, it wasn't about the years anymore. You understand? Because in my previous relationships, I'd spent years but nothing came from it.
My view was, in my past relationship, seemed to be the one who got the wrong end of the stick. So
Yeah.
this came in with a little bit of trust issues, I can say, because of my previous relationships. And to be honest, seeing that we got married in the first year, there was still that small insecurities, jealousy, but she always, how can I say, pursue me to believe, and that's what I did. And like I said, 6 years and we're still
And
flying.
also, we both come from divorced parents. You understand?
Yes.
So I don't want. That's also fear. Like it's almost like history that would repeat itself, like people would say. So we are not working towards. We are living towards something that we don't want our children to go through. You understand? So we're setting a high example because we didn't have proper examples of parents where they are still together today. So we actually came to come love with my grandparents, which they were married 50 years, no?
50 years.
50 years. So that's example for us, proper foundation that was set. So we would normally say,
It's actually my landmark. That's my
we want to do the 50
wanna do
years.
Definitely.
So because people get married and then a few years down the line, then it was get the 10 years. So the 50 years the mark for us. So the transition for me was I basically never actually lived with a man, and you have to prepare food at night, and put in lunches. So I wouldn't say it's difficult. It's probably just prioritizing yourself. But I think that was the difficult part, sharing your space.
Transition for me, damn, to be honest, I had to change a lot.
Yes.
I was all about the life of the party, week in, week out. As I was a single guy, so
Bachelor.
very responsible. As I was telling you, I was living with my aunt, so I had to act responsible. But yeah,
But you moved in like someone that was here long years ago.
Yes, I settled
So
quick. Like I said, because the kids also, I have to set an example for them.
yeah.
And it wasn't easy at first because There was still the weekends where I wanted to go to the friends and to the cousins. I had to tell myself, and actually it went on for a year.
Yeah, you still wait.
So I had to tell myself I have to curb
Yeah.
my ways, and it wasn't easy, like I said, but it was worth it, and it still is. So
It's part of family life now.
yes,
I think
kids.
our relationship transformed more when we had the other two. Huh?
Yes.
Yes, we had two children in less than 2
2
years, because I think now we are complete. There's always something missing. People think money or a house or a car or stuff like that is missing, but I think now that we have the extra two, we are 6, which means our life is basically evolved in such a way that when they are not around, we don't know what to do.
Definitely yes.
No, we are lost without them. But people's like, no, you guys need a breakout. Yes, that is normal. But for me personally, I don't think it's a need for us to have date nights and alone time. Yes, we want to, but priority first is the children.
Children, definitely. Yes.
Yeah, so we are actually working towards building our relationship, but also raising the children. So eventually they will grow up, and then we will have our time again. I would say. So that the main focus is normally we raising children together, and then letting them go, and then it's party again. Because we are still young. You understand? So I think it was better getting our children young instead of getting them later, and then we don't have time, or we can't be active with them because we are crazy enough now to be crazy with them, and then we are like basically cool parents, to put it like that. So our time will come. Again.
There's nothing I can say about it. Perfect. Well said.
So yeah.
To be honest, if I didn't meet my wife, I'll probably be, to be honest, gangsterism maybe, because I was also with, I said I was with the cousins partying, but I also the other crew, and
The lifestyle.
the lifestyle and the street
Fighting
corners,
and stuff,
fighting
yeah.
and going to clubs and trying to show off. So most definitely I would have been in a gang or prison, maybe dead, you never know, because of the fast life I wanted to live, because I was single. I was responsible at home, but when I left the house, I was always picking fights or picking. See, so yeah, definitely if I didn't meet her, I would have been somewhere I wouldn't want to be. So she really changed my life for the better, and I think I adapted very well to the situation. And like I said, I don't regret it for one second. Yeah, that's basically
Living the life now.
now I'm living the life actually. Yes.
For me, I would probably still be single, because I wasn't gonna, because of my previous relationships, I wasn't gonna want to be in a relationship again, because it was that bad. So I was probably gonna be still single, probably still work for someone, because I'm running my own business now, thanks to the pillar of strength. So I wouldn't have thought about loving, and children was then they would have been only my only priority. So yeah. The quality is, I think, is patient, because sometimes I'm a very, I must say I'm picky. I won't say it's like women's normally fussy and stuff, but I am fussy, I think. But he's patient when it comes to me. He's a good listener as well. He would tell me, okay, no, that wasn't right, or this is the way I'm supposed to approach something, because I would normally just I would just bite your head off for no reason. So I think patience with a person like me. Not easy to live with someone and then just go with it. So yeah.
The fact that she's so passionate about the kids, and I've always loved kids, but when they're rude, I would reprimand them, won't hit them, reprimand them. Children tend to be naughty, so yeah, that was actually the main quality that attracted me to her, because of her patience with the kids, the passion, the love, the way she is around kids, and that's why today she's running her own ECD. And actually, I told her at that time, she was working for someone at the ECD, so I told her, when you go on maternity leave, you're not going back, and you can start your own business and we can take it from there. It's 3 years now that she's running, 4 years running her own business, and so far so good. So that is the main quality, the fact that she's so hands-on in the thing, and when she puts her mind to it. And also that she told me, you know, with our first kid we brought in, Scotter, she told me that it's not so expensive to
have children.
To have children. And
Yeah,
I
like
didn't
people-
believe her, because everyone was telling me that it's this and it's that, and but actually it was
It's not expensive to
the
have
same
a
thing
baby.
that she said. And so that's why we so jumped at it and got
And another one.
So yeah, that's it. Yes, for me.
What I've learned from Craig is that when you want to do something or put your mind to something, there is what I would say like a buddy, not a girlfriend, your husband. There is someone that you can lean on, you can talk to. He will give you the right advice. Like normally you will have a friend, but that person won't give you the right advice just because why couldn't they? So your partner, your husband should be the go-to person in anything, or basically anything you go through, or that you want to pursue or want to do. So I would say, yeah, that he is.
What I've learned. You actually just said it, everything, but what I can say is, what I've learned from nothing is impossible. Nothing is, so yeah, she said everything now, but
Yeah, when you want to do, when you both have the same mindset or the same goal,
just go for it.
yeah, nothing's impossible. Yeah, together.
Together, yes, work as a team, and everything will be perfect.
Okay, my advice for a single person or a couple that's married, I would say, okay, from my experience, my advice would be, no matter the years you've been together, because we haven't been years together before we actually got married. For me, it's all about the respect have to be there, the mutual goal mindset have to be there. If you want to not pursue someone, if there is feelings for someone, don't do, how can I say now? Don't belittle yourself or bring down your boundaries for another person to actually see you for who you are. There's no need for that. And for a married couple, it's like, be patient with the person, be open towards what you want. It's going to be a bonus if the person has the same mindset or goals that you guys want to pursue in your marriage. The doubts and thinking of, if your state of mind is like, okay, this going out with the cheating and the. If your mindset is like that, stuff like that will happen. So, I always say I'm not a jealous type. Yes, you can look, obviously, he's handsome. So I'm not gonna feel some type of way just because you are complimenting him. It's obvious I'm with him. You understand? So, for me, it's like your mindset. If your mindset is, you must speak life into you. No, I would normally say, you have to speak life into your relationship, you have to speak life into your children, speak life into your business, speak life into your own life. Then it will happen. So, yeah.
Yes.
That's basically
Advice I can give to the
single guys.
Single guys is
To your single friends.
just go for it, then. If you know that is the one, then make it work. Like Rome wasn't built in one day, so. But if you guys stick to it and work through it and build towards it, and then it'll be
It's
great,
nice to
man.
work towards something.
That's basically it, because nothing is guaranteed in life, I think.
Yeah.
So, but if you guys really love each other, committed to each other, work as a team and work towards the goal.
Easy.
That's basically it from my side.
Love will grow. Thank you for watching our love story and how we met and how we grew and how we will still grow with the love that we share. So 6 years and going on.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.